I've shopped in a lot of different dispensaries over the years, and I'd say for the most part, I'm a pretty good customer. I'm not overly polite, but I try not to be rude, and I don't like to cause any issues for people or give people problems. So I would say most dispensaries I shopped at would view me as a pretty good customer, or they usually didn't care either way. However, some dispensaries hated me, but it was totally their fault. Look at this wiener. So a quick little origin story about my name Cupins that'll help me tell this story. I came up with the name Cupins as like a name to use on coupon websites so I could sign up and get all their deals and stuff. There was a lot of different websites. So I came up with the name so that I could get into extreme couponing. I had a buddy of mine who I showed secret shopping, and he showed me some extreme couponing. Was like, yeah, bro, you can go into the grocery store and get 3 carts full of groceries, and you hand them 100 coupons and they owe you money at the end. I think we've all heard of the TV show. It's not really exactly like that. Believe it or not everything on the TV is 100% accurate. I ended up using the name Cupins as a placeholder name when I started my Twitch stream. I knew I wanted to stream, but I was like, I'll come up with a username and some branding later. And literally Cupins just stuck. But I never really did any extreme couponing, except when I lived in Colorado, I did some extreme couponing at dispensaries. And some of these places hated me for it. So one place that probably hated me the most, it's totally their fault. They were just setting up weird predatory deals. Some people jack their prices up and then they give you coupons and you're like, oh man, I'm saving a lot of money. But then after the coupon, you're just getting it at like a regular price. This place did that a lot. They constantly ran, there was like a monthly magazine. I'd get a lot of coupons. I think there was a culture magazine with coupons. There was a can of pages. You could look on Weed Maps. There's a few websites I'd go to for coupons. But this one like monthly magazine that would come out would have coupons for a lot of dispensaries. And this one place would usually have a 50% off concentrates, 50% off of all the concentrates, all the dabs and everything essentially. And the issue was their average price on concentrates was higher than any dispensary. So by the time you would get the 50% off, you're like, it might be cheaper than some places, but the price really isn't that great considering I got 50% off of it. But they didn't have a limit on this coupon. It didn't say 1 per customer, you could only use it once. So I would literally just go get a ton of this magazine, or I would go into the places. It was a free magazine. They would have it at like 7-Elevens and smoke shops. And sometimes I would just tear out this one page. I didn't want to take the whole magazine or all the other coupons, but it was really convenient for me to go to this one store. And at the time, that 50% off deal, while it wasn't great, I could get it any day because I could have the coupon any day, so I wouldn't have to like wait for Wax Wednesday or something at the other dispensaries. But this place noticed that I was coming in a lot to use this coupon. Every time that I would go in, I would get 50% off the concentrates. At a certain point, they were just like, damn, this guy literally just only gets these concentrates for 50% off. They want you to come in, get a deal on one thing and buy more stuff, but I would literally just buy the dabs and leave. Well, I'm in there one day getting rang up by the bud tender, and the manager's in there before. I had a few conversations with him, and he kind of looks over me. He's all smug, and he's like, you know, we're changing that coupon next month. You're not going to be able to get 50% off the dabs anymore. We're changing it. He's all smug about it. He's like, haha, we come up with a way to change the coupon and you're not going to get the greatest deal you've ever got anymore. So this is where it gets pretty hilarious, because the next month when the coupon came out, they had changed it and I wasn't able to get the same deal on the concentrates anymore. But now I was able to get a better deal on something else. So they changed the coupon from 50% off to $15 off. On the majority of the concentrates, the $15 off was less than 50%. They were charging a lot for stuff at the time. So when they would take half off, you would save a decent amount. So most things, the 15 off was a worse deal, except for one thing: Moon Rock joints. They had this brand of Moon Rock joints called Caviar Kings. I think they were like 1.2, 1.5 gram Moon Rock joints. Some of the better stuff that I had. The deal also applied to Moon Rocks, but they usually didn't have like loose Moon Rocks. You'd usually get them in joints. And I was a big fan of them at the time. I really don't smoke joints now, but when I did smoke a lot of joints, they always had oil and keef in them. They were always infused. They were always packed with concentrates, and the joint would burn slower, and I would usually get pretty high off of them. Well, these Moon Rocks and Moon Rock joints, they would sell for 20. So 15 off brought it down to 5. Now, it only costing 5 for you to get a Moon Rock gram or a joint that's a little over a gram with Moon Rocks in it was actually a really good deal at the time. So the coupon before only took $10 off the Moon Rocks. Now it takes 15 because they counted it as a concentrate. They didn't realize that they were doing this when they were doing it. They thought they were going to smugly affect everybody that was getting the deal. Mostly me. I knew it was targeted at me. Like, haha, so instead of you getting 22 and 25 off the concentrates you're getting, now you're only going to get 15 off. Well, I didn't buy the concentrates. concentrates from there anymore. I didn't buy their dabs, but I did buy all of their moon rocks, all of their moon rock joints. It was the cheapest moon rocks you could get at the time. I went in one day and got like 40 something moon rock joints. I used to have so many of these little purple tubes, the Caviar Kings tubes. I used to smoke so many of these moon rock joints. And part of it was because I could just get them so cheap. So I would literally just buy out their whole supply of moon rocks. I'd go in, I'd get every single one because they wouldn't limit me. I think maybe there was only one time where I legally couldn't buy. You could only get like 2 ounces at a time. So I think they had just over 2 ounces of stuff one time. So I had to like come back the next day to get the rest. And I know I've talked about moon rocks before, them not being like that great of quality. But these were pretty decent, and for the price, oh my god, they were so good. Well, this place hated me. I was getting all their moon rock joints. I actually found out they changed the deal the next month after. I think they switched to like a flower deal, and they just started pricing their concentrates like normal people. But they came out and told me like the month later that they were actually taking a loss on all the moon rock joints. The manager told me that they were getting them wholesale for 10 a piece and then charging 20 for them. So that when I came in and got them for 5 a piece, I bought them for half of what they bought them for. That's why they hated me. They were literally taking a loss on it. If they told me when I was getting them that they messed up and they were taking a loss on it, I probably wouldn't have bought them all out. But you know what? This place also did the weird stuff where they're trying to scam people to come in. They're just, 50% off the dabs? Oh, all the dabs here cost more than every other dispensary, and the 50% off makes them about regular price. I see what you did there. So they were a little bit weird with their couponing. So if any places like that, take advantage of them. If you can, take advantage of them. They're asking for it. This story's going a little longer than I planned, but let me tell you about another place that hated me. So this also stems from coupons, and I wouldn't say they hate me as much as the first place. I really just was making them take a financial L, but it was their own fault. They set up a bad coupon. They were doing some predatory marketing, and you know what? I got the better of them. But this other place, I think it was on like a 420 or like a 710, one of those big deal days. They're like, we're accepting any and all competitor coupons. Now, your boy Cupins knows about the Cupins. I had looked at every single coupon book, every single magazine that had coupons in it, every website that listed deals. I had all of that information in my head because I'm never paying full retail price, especially at dispensaries. If I can get 20, 30% off, buy one, going free, I'm doing that, and I do it. Well, this one place is accepting any and all competitor coupons was the deal that they were offering. Any and all. The all made it really cool because they were accepting multiple coupons. I think I gave them like 15, 20 coupons in one transaction. Now, I don't specifically remember every single one I got. Some of them were like, buy one, get one free on 2 live resin grams, or 50% off a half ounce. Some of them were like weird, and I was like doing the math to make sure it was actually a good deal. But some of them were like free edible with any purchase, free eighth with any purchase, free pipe with any purchase. Now, the place that was offering the free pipe, I'd got that free pipe before. It's like a little 2-inch, just a shitty pipe you could find at any glass shop for $1. Literally, they would sell them for $1. They'd give you that for free. But the place that was accepting the competitor coupons, they didn't have that pipe. They didn't have any cheap little throwaway pipes they could give out to people offering the coupon. So when I handed them the free pipe coupon, they're like, oh shit, what do we have in here that we can give? So there were a few nice things I was eyeballing, but they really dug around and they found this Colorado Rockies pipe for me. Not the nicest pipe, but it's not the cheap little $1 pipe that one place that was giving out free pipes was going to offer me. So a decent little spoon pipe, little dry pipe. I don't really smoke out of dry pipes, but I have that as a little memory of the any and all competitor coupons time. I got a bunch of good deals. There was a lot of stuff. I got so many free things, so many buy one, get ones or half offs that it was a really good time. I used to love deal days in Colorado on 420 or 710. Sometimes I'd go to like a dozen different dispensaries. The scene is a little different here in Florida. It's not like that for me anymore. I don't even want to go into the store on those days. But back then, it was really cool. Come smoke with me on Twitch. I go live every night at 9 p.m. Eastern for a smoke session. If you have Amazon Prime, you can support me for free. And if you want to hear about another dispensary that I really hated, and they probably hated me as much as I hated them, check out this video right here. It's about the worst dispensary ever. Have a lit day, my dudes.